Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. I'm actually surprised that I have a battle for you today because if you guys are looking at the name of this upload, it hints to the fact that I'm probably going to rant, and in fact I am going to rant just a little bit. I'm actually feeling a little bit like Map Crimson Cobra. If you've seen him, he's had a few uploads where he just talks about certain stuff that people are doing and saying and all that other stuff. He was the one who inspired me to do the originality versus standard rant as well. But one thing that I've been noticing a lot on PO lately is Ragequits, and frankly it's starting to get extremely annoying. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. To be quite honest, I've been trying to compile new battles. A lot of battles that I have saved up for all of you actually suck. The rest of them are basically me losing a lot, or were good at the time of my previous level of skill, but now that I think that I've gotten a little bit better, I do want to show you more skilled matches that aren't necessarily relied on hacks. So I'm trying to get new battles, but the thing is, I'm not exaggerating this. I've probably had about 45 battles in the past couple of days, and I probably found about 4 or 5 that actually were good, which I guess is expected because not every match is going to be fantastic. But out of all those matches, almost maybe, I think I counted maybe 30 of them were Ragequits. And it wasn't like it was like they had their last Pokemon and it was hopeless. I'm talking like, you know, 6-5 and they quit because I predict them, or my Sableye carries Taunt, which apparently is an automatic Rage Quit. I don't know. But I just want to say, I don't hate you guys for rage quitting. I just more or less get annoyed at the fact that rage quitting is almost a form of disrespect to me. Anyways, I'm gonna be a little bit maybe forthright and controversial. I don't know, but I just need to say this. It's a little bit of it's a lack of respect. I mean, if you're gonna lose, lose. I mean, I will be quite honest, and about a quarter of the time that I lose, I will lose 5-0, 6-0. Okay, they will clean sweep me. And that's not because I suck, it's not because I make a terrible play, or maybe it is. But it's not because I suck, it's just because, you know, he outplayed me, or she outplayed me. So, that happens, okay? When I outplay you, alright, or when anyone else outplays another person, the last thing the person who's winning wants to see is the other person just leave. And then, you know, not even say GG, just leave. It's I don't know, it's getting to be a big problem. Like I said, I've got all these battles where people are just quitting. And because they're losing to hacks. I mean, it's Pokemon. There's hacks. So, you know, frankly, it's just, it's kind of a little upsetting to me. And I should keep this short. I was actually going to give you guys a whole bunch of uploads showing a whole bunch of rage quits while I was talking about this, but I figured I don't want to embarrass those people because that's just mean, and I actually deleted them as well, which is kind of helping me see I don't want to embarrass these people. So, I just want to say, I also, with rage quits, it's actually hindering people with learning about the game. I mean, if someone gets a clean sweep and let's say they're brand new to the game, or they're fairly new to the game, or don't do damage calculations or anything, seeing you take out an entire team is actually beneficial because you actually learn how the mechanics of your EVs and the type of Pokemon against other type of Pokemon actually work. So it's, in effect, you're actually hindering education for Pokemon. Pokecation. Pokecation? I'm gonna go with that. But, you know, like for me, I need to know, because like I said, I don't do damage calcs, right? I play based off what makes sense in my mind, who's physically weak, who's specially weak, who's strong, who's not, right? So, my strength is mainly in predictions, and it's hard for me to practice or to learn new things, and I kind of sound like a noob when I don't know this stuff because people quit and I can't learn it. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's thinking that, you know? It is an opportunity for you to learn about different Pokemon, learn about speed ties, stuff like that, double switching. You know, you're kind of taking away an educational thing. But again, I don't hate you if you rage quit. You know, I've never rage quit a day in my life, but you know, that's just me. That's part of that's part of me. Okay, I just can't rage quit. If I'm gonna lose, I have to lose, and that's the only way I'll learn. So, for all of you who have rage quit in the past, again, I don't judge you, okay? It's getting a little annoying, and this was actually the best battle that I could find. I just took it a couple of days ago, so... Actually, no, I took it a couple of days ago, so... this is going to be a standard UU match against a person by the name of Axel Roosh. That's the way I'm going to say it. Looking at his team, it's actually quite a bit of threats. He's got a Sharpedo and a Chandelure along with the Raikou and the Frostlass, which are all very, just dangerous in general. Bronzong is just an excellent wall, and Cobalion, the lesser seen for me anyways. He's not, actually Cobalion's not that big of a deal because I have both Torterra and Hitmontop as well as Sableye if I can switch in and go for a Will-O-Wisp on it before it subs. But looking in the ways of leads for me, the best thing I thought of was Drapion, because if he leads with Frostlass, I have the Crunch and I can predict the taunt right off the bat. If he leads with Bronzong, I can just set up Toxic Spikes because he can't do much with EQ, and I can easily crunch that thing as well. If he wanted to lead with even Sharpedo, I could just easily go for the Whirlwind. I'm pretty sure I can take an Adamant, Life Orb, Waterfall, because I think, have a little bit of defense investment on purpose, just for stuff like Sharpedo trying to sweep me right in the beginning. And even Chandelure, if it wants to attack me, I'm specially defensive as well, so I can crunch that thing. So overall, it's just the best lead. And if you really want me to go to the full extent, Drapion has Earthquake for both Raikou and Cobalion. There. Drapion's just a perfect lead against this team. So, anyways, that's what I'm going to lead off with. I'm going to lead with Drapion, and now I will see you at the battle. So, enough with just ranting. Let's just get this match started. Like I said, I'm leading off with Drapion. He's actually going to decide to lead off with his Frostlass, and like I said, I can immediately go for the Crunch, just in case it wanted to try and taunt me, but instead he just goes straight for the Spikes, which makes me think it probably has the Focus Sash. But now I predict the Destiny Bond and just go straight for one layer of Toxic Spikes, because nothing... Well, okay, Cobalion and Bronzong both resist, but it will be nice just to have that residual damage. But I'm just going to go for the Whirlwind on the off chance that he wanted the Destiny Bond again. And I Whirlwind him out into Cobalion. He's going to go for the Close Combat, which is actually going to help me, because like I said, I have a little bit of defense investment, as well as the fact that a -1 defense will help that EQ do over half. But now he's going to switch into Bronzong. I didn't want to over-predict because Cobalion can be a threat if I let it to set up. So just go for a second EQ. Now I'm going to set up a second layer of Toxic Spikes because, like I said, Bronzong is going to be the easiest thing for me to set up on. He sets up his rocks, not a big deal. I have Hitmontop for later. But now what I'm going to do is switch into Sableye to try and Will-O-Wisp this thing. He unfortunately gets a crit on my Sableye, which actually makes a difference in a little bit because now I am forced to go for the Recover just to save this thing. But, I wanted to preserve its health more than just get the taunt off because I knew this thing is probably going to Toxic me. But I am going to go for a second Recover just to get the health back, and he does get the Toxic off, which kind of sucks. But again, that's just what has to happen. Now I get the Will-O-Wisp to Bronzong, so its Gyro Ball is not going to be doing anything, as well as its EQ. Now I predict the Chandelure. And for some reason I thought, hey, I can switch in Torterra because he can't do any damage to me, right? And for some reason I'm like, wait a minute, he's going to switch in Chandelure, why wouldn't he? And what do you know, the bugger does. So, it's like, oh, jeez, what am I doing? Like, that was just like a terrible play on my part. I knew that was coming in. I was going to go into Rotom Heat, but no. So now I have to fodder off something which is going to be my Drapion, and I want to see, I thought it was going to go for Fire Blast, which it does, but it misses, which is okay. I'm thinking maybe I can take it, but I think because I'm not at full special defense, and just because Chandelure is amazing, it's going to take me out with a Fire Blast, but that's okay. Drapion's done his job. I've got other pokes for Chandelure, mainly the Hitmontop with Sucker Punch, because I'm sure this thing's going to be Scarfed. But he's going to switch out now, go into his Sharpedo. I just went for the safe T-Bolt just to hit everything on his team minus the Raikou. And I do nail the Sharpedo with the Thunderbolt, so that's perfect. And now he's going to switch in Frostlass. I'm guessing he was thinking that he'd be faster and be able to go for the Destiny Bond. But no, I'm Scarfed. He's going to die to a T-Bolt. But then this is weird because he sends in Cobalion. I'm like, maybe he hasn't figured out that I'm Scarfed yet. That's okay, because now Cobalion's going to die. Again, a learning lesson. There you go. But now he's going to send in Raikou finally, and I'm like, okay, gotta get out of here. Save this thing for later. I'm going to go into Sableye just to kind of take a move and go for the Recover if I live. But no, T-Bolt's going to take me out. It could have mattered. I don't know, probably not, because Raikou is Beast. But I see it's... actually, first of all, I'm going to send in Hitmontop just to go for Fake Out, because I see it didn't set up a sub. But surprisingly enough, it actually doesn't have leftovers, which makes me think, okay, what do you have? Because as you'll see in a bit, it won't have the Scarf, because I'm going to set in Rotom Heat. He's going to go for a T-Bolt again, which is not going to take me out, thank goodness, because Rotom just has good special defense. And I'm faster and go for the HP Ice just to make sure that I can hit all three of his Pokemon in case he was predicting an Overheat. But he's going to take me out with a T-Bolt, and he's actually going to kill himself off. So he doesn't have Lumberry, he doesn't have Maybe he was Specs, but that didn't really look like Specs damage to me anyways. Maybe it was Specs and I'm just a noob, I don't know. But now he's going to send in Chandelure. I know this thing's Scarf, so I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch to take out that Chandelure. And now his final Pokemon is the Burn Bronzong, which basically secures me the match because this thing's not going to be able to do any damage. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, just go for the Rapid Spin, get rid of these hazards to be a little bit safer. I really don't care if he takes out my Hitmontop because it's pretty much over at this point. I'm just going to fire off a final attack with the Mach Punch just to get extra damage off on him. And it's going to bring him pretty low for me to just finish him off with either Torterra or Empoleon. And, you know, I would show you that, but like I said, this is the best match I could possibly find, and he's actually going to forfeit because he sees that it's over. Now, I could have had a little bit of contribution to this. I'm gonna hope to God you can see this, but I did, like I said, I was getting really upset, and so when I finally found a person who actually stayed in with one Pokemon left, I said thanks for not rage quitting. A lot of people have been doing that. And right at that moment, I was about to send in Torterra, and he quits. And you know what? I wouldn't be so upset because it was pretty much over for him. That's not too big of a deal to me, but you know, I might have just instigated that. What does this look like on my recording, anyways? That's actually not bad. Let me adjust that. There we go. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, I should have kept my mouth shut. I don't know. I don't think that was a big deal. It's not being disrespectful, anyways. But anyways, that was an excellent match. Axel Roosh, comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Sorry for the long intro. I know this is the battle was short, but the intro was long. But you know what? I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. I'm sure I'm not the only person thinking this, so take that into consideration if you want to spread the word, or just leave a comment down below about whether or not you agree with me, whether you think I'm just completely over-exaggerating, which I do sometimes. I mean, I can be a little exaggerated at times. I am over-dramatic. Just ask people I battle when I'm on Skype. Because I just like, hey, that crit mattered! I was at 5%. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that bad. But, anyways, guys, this has been an excellent day, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I'm still working on finding more battles for you before I come back. I will be announcing that soon, actually, because we are getting into exam period. However, my university is threatening to go on strike. The teaching assistants are threatening to go on strike, which might mess up my whole summer, which is not good. So, I need to go to summer school and everything. This is not good. But, I am going to try and come back in a couple of weeks to give you at least regular uploads, at least 3 days a week. That's what I'm aiming for. But I'm not going to announce it yet just because I'm not sure what's happening with my schedule and all that. But nonetheless, everyone, have an excellent day. Peace.